Today, for making your macrame yoga mat holder, I will be working with this stunning 3mm 3-ply cotton macrame cord from Nook. This is the color eucalyptus, and it is one of my favorite colors from their entire collection, and they have so many. So let's get started. To begin your yoga mat holder, grab one of your wooden rings that is 50mm long and grab one of your cords that is cut at 29 feet, and you are going to attach it to your wooden ring, tying a lark's head knot. Except for when you attach it, you are going to make sure that your center cord only hangs at 68 inches, whereas your outer cord is going to hang around 280. So when you attach it, go ahead and put your loop through your ring, make that loop, and pull your center cords through the center. So you can see one cord already went through. It is much shorter. Those are going to be your filler cords, whereas the long one's going to be the working cord that you tie your knots with. So once it's through, pull tight. This one should be around 280 inches. This one should be around 68 inches. You're going to repeat that with your next cord at 29 feet. The center one should be at 68 inches and the outer one, the longer cord, at around 280. And again, attach it to the right of your first cord, tying a lark's head knot, go over your ring and pull your cords through that loop. Once you have your cords attached, this is what it's going to look like. Again, your center cords are going to be much shorter at 68. These are your filler cords. And your outside cords are going to be much longer. These are going to be your working cords where you tie your knots around. So for this, it's going to be very basic, very simple. You're going to repeat the same knot over and over again, and that's going to be the square knot. So how to do the square knot is you're going to take your right cord, and you're going to bring it over your center two fillers behind this left cord. This left cord then is going to go around your filler cords, and then you're going to pull it through this loop on the right side. Once you have it pulled through, you're going to take your cords and tighten it all the way up. And then to finish that square knot, you're going to take the left cord over the top of your center two fillers behind your right cord. Your right cord's going to go behind your center fillers and through that loop on the left, and pull your cord all the way through. These cords are really long, so you are going to have to just pull several times till it comes all the way through. Once it's through, tighten by pulling your outer cords, and that is your square knot. So for this project, you are going to repeat this exact same knot for a total of around 155 square knots, or you roughly want it to be about 55 inches long. So this is very repetitive process, but it is extremely easy. So if you are a beginner, this is the perfect beginner project to work on. So that is my second square knot, and again, continue repeating this for approximately 155 square knots and roughly 55 inches long. So I'm going to continue, and then once I hit around 20 square knots, I will show you what I like to do, just so it's easy for me to remember how many square knots I have already tied. So go ahead and start working, and I will be right back once I hit 20. And this is what it looks like. Here are the 20 square knots I have already tied. And next I'll show you what I like to do to just place a little marker there so I know how many knots I have tied to keep track of them. After I hit 20, I then go ahead and grab a piece of scrap cord. You can use string, you can use a stitch marker if you're a crocheter, anything just to kind of different color so you can see where your mark is. So right here where the little notch is, I know that that is my 20th one. I'm going to take my little piece of cord, I'm going to wrap it around the center cords, and then I'm just going to tie a square knot as I would right below it. And then one more. To fasten it. So this one, the next knot right below that little piece of cord, you know is going to be 21, and right above it is 20. And I like to do this for every 20 until I finish, just so I know it helps me keep track before I finish. So here's 20. Next is your 21, and again, just continue repeating the exact same square knot all the way down until you have reached 155 square knots and approximately 55 inches in length. Now you can reuse your same piece of cord once you get to the next 20 or add a new stitch marker, whatever is easiest for you to remember. So continue making your square knots, and I will see you as soon as we have 155 square knots to show you how to finish the rest of the piece. And here is what it's going to look like when you are done. It is just one really long square knot sennet. I actually did end up doing a total of 160 for 55 inches in length. So you should have some leftover cord at the very end, and then we are going to attach this part to your second wooden ring. This is what it's going to look like once you have finished your square knots. I did end up doing a total of 160 with a total length of 55 inches from the top of my lark's head knot down to my last square knot. So now at this point, you're going to grab your second wooden ring and your cord you have cut at 24 inches. This is going to be your securing cord. You're going to tie a gathering knot. So go ahead and take the ends, make sure that it is straight and not curved. I'm going to make sure, just like this, everything is even and straight. Take your wooden ring and put your cords through the ring, just like that. And I am going to leave about 2 inches, 1.5, 2 inches space between this last square knot and the top of the ring. Hold it. Take your cord you have cut and you're going to tie a gathering knot. So leave a tail end at the top, make a loop like this, and the loop will be just below your last square knot. Take the longer tail and start wrapping it around to secure. You will wrap about 8 to 10 times. And I did 9. And you're going to take your tail end and put it through the loop. Grab the top, hold the bottom, and pull the top to secure your gathering knot. Take your scissors and go ahead and trim the top cord and then the remaining cords at the bottom. And this is what it's going to look like. So it will be one long square knot sennet from ring to ring. And you have completed your yoga mat strap. And now I'll show you how to attach it to your yoga mat so that way you can hang it. how to get that loop that you're going to put your yoga mat through. And that is super simple. So I'm going to start with the side that I have the gathering knot on. And you're going to take this wooden ring, it bends really easily, and push your gathering knot side through the wooden ring, just like that. And it creates this little loop right here. From that point, I'm going to grab my yoga mat. I find it easiest to do one side at a time. And you grab your yoga mat and you just push it through that loop. Tighten it up, just like that. Next, I'm going to go over to the other side. And this side, you're going to do the same thing. So, same thing. I push it through the wooden ring, make a loop, and then again, put your other side of your mat through that loop. Just like that. Here's what it looks like when it is completely put on. It will show you what it looks like when it's hanging off a shoulder and ready to be used to go to class. And here is what it looks like when it's all hung up. You are ready to grab it and head to class. I hope you loved this.